Thank you for your comment. And further on down your comment that you did mention something that I do want to talk about. I am no HIV expert, but like I said before, I have assisted in the treatment of those with HIV and AIDS. And I went to school and for college, and I studied microbiology and with the focus on human anatomy and physiology. I changed my mind about going to med school, but I did get in. So, the first thing I do want to say is that many people do believe that if you have perfect adherence to your antiviral meds for HIV, that your viral load will definitely remain low and you won't have any issues. That's not the case. The reason that's not the case is because every individual is different. Okay. Your particular was it a family member that you said had it? Your particular, or I'm not sure, I forgot, I'm sorry. Um your particular person may be a person who is fine with the antiviral medication or the antiviral treatment. However, that's one individual. The next individual may not, the medication may not work for. And it depends on a lot of factors with each individual. The individual could have some issues going on with their health outside of HIV. Okay. There could be a whole host of things. All right. So even with perfect adherence, the HIV virus could mutate and develop into a strain of the virus that is resistant to that medication. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Would you know automatically if, would you know, like say for instance, a person has HIV and they've been taking perfect adherence to their meds, right? They've gotten their viral loads checked, okay? But they're still out here living a lifestyle that is extremely risky, okay? Meaning they're having multiple sexual partners, right? During that time frame, because it's not like people check their viral loads every day who have HIV, right? During that time frame, they don't know it, but they are starting to develop a resistant strain of HIV, even though they've had perfect adherence. Something triggered it, or it just developed it, mutated. This happens. So while they're out there and they are living the life that they live, unprotected intercourse, at that point, if that viral load increases, they are then spreading a resistant form of HIV, another drug resistant form of HIV. Now, how do you, well, oh my gosh, well, how do they know, well, people normally go and get their viral loads tested, right? But there's a time frame in between that. There's a time frame. And this is why it's important to discipline your lifestyle. Whether you are on antiviral treatments or not, the best way to not transmit or catch HIV is to be very responsible, don't have intercourse, and if you choose to have intercourse, make sure you have protected intercourse. To me, it's always been irresponsible. Just knowing what I know, it's always been irresponsible to let people feel like um, this will not mutate because I'm taking antiviral drugs. That, no. It may work like that for some, but just like with any virus, I could put it this way, like COVID, for instance. Everyone, it affected everyone differently, right? Depending on your own overall health sometimes, depending on pre-existing conditions, it you never know what it was going to do. Even with the common flu, right? They're different strains. However, some people die from the flu. Even when you go and get that shot, and you may think that I'm not going to catch the flu because I got the shot. Well, guess what? It's a virus. A lot of people get the flu anyway, okay? Because of different strains, different things going on. Every individual is different. So to point out someone that you know, that's one thing. But that someone that you know has is a whole different person than the next man or woman.